What mysteries await in an isolated town in the middle of winter? And what dangers await on the roads between here and there? Find out next on The Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live-streamed D&D anthology show. This is the first episode of our newest mission, so you know exactly as much as our players do about what's going to happen, much to their chagrin. And before we jump in, let me go ahead and introduce our players for this mission. Going on this mission, we have B. Nicholas. Nico. What are you, Nicholas? What's that? Zach or Zachary or Zach. Just everybody's proper names? Jesus.
I'm glad I just put my first name.
You.
Yeah, apparently.
Working?
Alex, Nicole, Lauren, Chris, and Justin. Welcome, players. So happy to
hello.
have you.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Are you all excited for a new mission to begin?
Oh boy,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not even a
There
little
you
bit.
go. You happy, Paul?
I'm kind of with Nicole. Like, there's gonna be some emotions flying. And
I don't know. I
I'm
mean, maybe it's
I'm
two
ready
whimsical
for it.
missions in a row. Who knows?
I highly doubt that, knowing you. It was probably a stretch getting a whimsical mission out of you. You're like back to the serious
We got
stuff.
3 whole episodes of whimsy. That's
I mean,
enough for the
That's
season.
enough for a
Solid.
year.
But to be fair, your whimsical mission was far more emotionally devastating to Roderick than the previous mission was.
That's
So
true.
I'm glad it's not whimsical. That would be great.
That sounds like a Roderick problem to me.
Yeah, it really does.
It is definitely Roderick hates whimsy. Just hate it.
Did
And
you
magic.
incorporate
And
my
magic.
Puppies Crash Christmas though? Because I think that's
Yeah, that is the entire theme for the mission. Is Puppies Crash Christmas on Hulu? Not sponsored. And speaking of that, you know, I really do think that
Oh,
tonight's
God.
the night.
Great segue.
Yeah?
And I think
What a
that
segue.
this is the night where we just completely ditch the whole idea of getting sponsors for the show, and we start a multi-level marketing scheme. Just all of us here.
Okay.
We're going to be selling Adventurers
Diversify
Guild
that
branded
portfolio.
knives and juice cleanses.
I like it.
I
mean, Nico
Don't
would
mix
be
those
cool with
up.
the first one.
They'd
Mhm.
have to be turnip flavored.
Yeah, they are.
blended,
It's just
obviously.
turnips.
Turnip flavor.
Pyramid scheme and a timeshare.
So,
We're
yeah.
diversifying our portfolio.
So you know, get on it. Get people on your downline. Let's fleece these sheep, right?
Wow.
Before we jump into tonight's game, I actually have something that our players don't know. I have one more announcement to make. So,
boy.
No.
at the end of this mission, however many episodes it may be, when it's all done, either the players or the audience are going to choose the next mission.
Duh.
And we're going to let the dice decide. So,
Boy.
I'm
We're
going to be
screwed.
keeping track of every nat 20 and every nat 1 rolled by any of us during these missions. If at the end of the mission, the players and all of us have rolled more nat 20s, then the players will choose the next mission. If more nat 1s are rolled, then the audience gets to decide.
I like it.
Okay.
So, keep that in mind as we go along.
Paul,
Sorry,
you're
everyone.
so smart.
Isn't that
I
cute?
feel like,
Oh,
I feel like now that you've
Yeah,
vocalized this, though, I anticipate many a nat one happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Many a nat 20. Knock on wood.
we don't have to talk about it, Lauren.
So just keep that in mind as we go along. That those will have some kind of impact later on, besides what they do in the game. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the music here.
Let's get going.
Our players can go ahead and switch over to their character names, and I will begin narrating the beginning of this mission. Yesterday, there was an icy storm in Takar, which kept most people inside. The weather is better today, but still extremely cold. The climate in the basement of the Adventurers Guild has been especially bone-chilling this week. Now, most of you are now up in the shared rooms above, having completed at least one mission for the guild. But for James, this has been a rough week in the basement. It is cold. You are hovering near the fire, the couple of stoves that are down there as best you can, just waiting for your chance to get upstairs and have your first mission. Finally, that day arrives, and you are brought up by young men in dark robes. You are brought into a large room with many chairs and benches and a large desk at the far end. One wall has a bunch of windows, most of which have a thin layer of ice across them. Even getting within a few feet of them is enough to feel the chill. But there's a fire going in a large fireplace on the opposite wall, casting light and heat across the room. Behind the desk is a human woman sorting files in a rack that's next to the desk. The rest of you see that rack is fairly new. She nods as you all enter, and the young men in dark robes leave. Most of you, except for James, know Mariah Olmstead. Since we've got someone new with us, I'll go ahead and make introductions. I'm Mariah Olmstead, head of mission assignments at the Guild. Not the boss, but your boss. Before we get on to today's assignment, I need to register you all on the ledger. So, come forward. Who's first? She opens this huge ledger, and as you step forward, go ahead and describe for everybody what the others will see as you walk forward. Who's first?
How long has it been since the last mission, Paul?
It has been 4 days.
Okay. Roderick will go first. Come on.
It's Roderick.
It's Roderick.
Come on.
We were all waiting for you to go.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, and Alex, will your character be going? So Roderick steps forward. He's got shoulder length, wavy blonde hair. He's really attractive. Like, you look at him and you're like, yeah, that guy's really attractive. Even if you don't want him to be attractive, you're like, yeah, he is attractive. And he's got a certain swagger to him, but those who know Roderick see that swagger is a little bit less than you thought it would have been. You've seen him much more swaggery in the past. He's wearing a nice kind of, knee length or calf length coat that's open. It's adorned with oranges and purples. Those are his colors. He's got a rapier at his side. And he's smiling, but it's not as genuine a smile as you might have imagined Roderick to have. And he just goes up and he signs the ledger. He doesn't even say anything to Mariah.
Okay. Who is next?
Skamos will pass Roderick as he goes up to the desk, clap him on the shoulder and be like, it's all right, chin up, old boy. Skamos,
Get ready.
that may be recoiling. So Skamos, if people know what tieflings look like, Skamos does not. So Skamos, due to exposure to the elemental chaos, he is a horribly corrupted version of a tiefling. So he has two separate types of horns, one that's kind of grown into a strange shape, the other is in a giant gazelle shape. The gazelle horn has growth, kind of like strange plants that are constantly growing and blooming and dying off of it that just are really hard to wrap your head around the longer you look at it. He is blue, and his skin is covered in kind of like lightning bolts scarring over his whole body. His tail, which would normally be kind of the classic tiefling-looking tail, is actually very much just looks like the vine of a tree. And he has flaming red hair that is also about shoulder length, and a lovely red goatee. His eyes are just completely silver, no pupils. They're just pools of silver. And he's in kind of like tattered black robes on top of his blue lightning-scarred, strangely shaped body.
Has Scamo seen like a doctor or anything recently? It really feels like
magic keeps him
falling
alive.
apart.
He's fine.
like he might need a CAT scan or something.
And to be clear, Roderick absolutely recoils.
So ready for it.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's fair. He's used to it. It's fine.
All right, Scamos, your name is written down in the ledger, and you sit back down. Who is next after Scamos? Hey, Son.
Ooh, now we're jumping on it.
Seeing Skamos again, Hason feels urged to go forward and give Skamos a little wave because they haven't seen each other in a while. As Hason steps forward, he is a young man in his early to mid 20s. Bright, wide smile on his face, looks very happy. The thing you probably notice first is his unusual hair color, which is a light shade of like dusty rose pink. Yeah, pretty normal looking. Doesn't look particularly strong. Not scrawny, but not particularly strong. Today, because it's freezing, he's wearing a little fur-lined bluish gray coat over his normal clothes, which are just tan tight-fitted clothing, brown boots. And he carries with him several instruments strapped to his back. And he says hello to Mariah as he signs the book.
Good morning, Hason.
Good morning.
Who is next?
So out of the back door, Crickstep bursts in a huff. Literally, he just ran here, almost forgetting what time it was.
Is that Crickstump or is that Zach?
No. Hey.
You gotta play what you know.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair.
Art imitating life.
He runs in just like out of breath, just like, I'm sorry. He jogs up to the front, like does a little like half salute to Skamos over there. Walks up to Mariah. The thing that is different about him right now is like his normal like mop of brown hair. He is actually like buzz cut on the sides, and now he has basically like a faux hawk running down to the back of his neck. That's the only thing that's different. He's a pretty simple character other than that. Like he's a wood elf, like pointy ears, brown hair. He's not too tall, maybe 5'3", 5'4". But he looks pretty simple other than that. But he does have as he's walking up to Mariah, he's like, "Hey Mariah, how you doing?" Oh shit! And he plucks a mushroom off his elbow. He's like, "I forgot one this morning." And he tosses it in the direction of Roderick's feet and be like, "How you doing?"
Go ahead and make a dexterity check to see how well you can toss that.
It begins.
I can't believe Crickstep got a haircut. I'm freaking out.
That is really cool.
Hey Paul, you're not gonna believe it.
I sure will.
Is it a nat 20?
It's a nat 20.
Yeah!
I was hoping the other way around, but that's amazing. Fuck
Starting it
yeah.
off-
Either way, it was going to be
right.
amazing.
Starting it
Good
off
start.
All right.
Didn't waste that roll at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
This is an important role.
Make a mark for that.
Life or death.
So you toss the mushroom, just kind of casually behind you. Roderick is kind of putting his foot up, and it bounces off the tip of his boot, kicks up, and nails Roderick directly between the eyes. Just a soft squish. Just.
I was hoping that there'd be one mission maybe where we didn't have the Mushroom Man joining us.
Oh, don't worry, Roderick.
I'm sorry.
He's nice enough.
Mariah, I did not hear. Did anyone say something behind me? I couldn't catch it. I mean, I'm sorry.
Mariah sighs deeply, says, "I've got your name, Crickstump. Thank you."
Thank you.
And
Roderick is going to take Hason's hand.
Oh, I shyly hold our hands behind her back so no one sees.
He sounds like a 7th grade level of dating.
Adorable.
Oh, okay.
We
Adorable.
can't let the teacher see.
No.
Stop it!
Ah.
All right. Quick Stump is done. Who is next?
Denra will step forward, or I guess I don't know. I'll go for it. She is very, very tall. That's the first thing you can notice about her. She's got she's a minotaur.
First thing you notice?
I think so. Yeah, she's huge.
Tall.
Minotaur.
I feel like they both go hand in hand. So she's very large, and she's got, especially since it's cold, she would have a very large fur cloak that she made herself, along with her outfit that's made of like furs and feathers. And you can see what looks like a skull, a small beak of what you assume would probably be an owl bear, if your character knows what those are. She's auburn fur, kind of like darker red with like a kind of a blackish nose, and her horns kind of both curl up, and she got long reddish black braids that go down to about her butt. And she's got a big glaive on her back, and but the sweetest eyes in the world, and she speaks with a stutter as she walks up and just goes, "Quick Stump, stop being so instigating. I'll just kind of push him out of the way. Hi, Mariah. It's good to see you again."
Good morning, Denra. She writes the name.
I'll go back. I'll go make sure Roderick's all right with that mushrooms. Like, I could take it off your hands if you want. He makes really good ones, though. I cook them sometimes.
You want to eat the mushroom that he plucked off of his arm?
They cook really well.
Go for it. And he hands the
Pat
mushroom.
at my back.
Um,
Can I also, what I noticed them holding hands, just because I'm curious.
are you attempting to hide it, Hasan?
I am. I'm a little shy about it.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
That face.
I was not prepared to roll dice this soon. That's an 18.
Okay. That's pretty stealthy.
I mean, I rolled
yeah.
4, so I mean, I didn't expect anything. So you're good. I'll just nod and kind of stand next to them, kind of waiting for everybody else to go.
We've got Mudpack and James. Who wants to go next?
Mudpack can.
Hey, the newbie for last.
Yay.
The Mudpack, you are up.
Mudpack will walk up from the side of the room, singing, "Do you know the Mushroom Man? The Mushroom Man, the Mushroom Man."
Oh, Mudpack, don't encourage him, please.
I do know the Mushroom Man.
Oh, God.
You should write a song about that, Mudpack. I think I could help you finish it.
It's a good song.
By all means, by all means.
Will you describe Mudpack for those who are
Of course. Mudpack is a wood gnome. He's about, how tall is he? He's 3'3", so he's bitty. He carries a quarterstaff that's made of, what did I say? I know what my character does.
More like an 8th staff, am I right, everybody?
You're a
All
sweetheart.
take psychic damage.
We all take psychic damage.
Pine, I think. I'll look it up later. Welcome to everyone. Welcome back me to this. And his quarterstaff is wrapped in mistletoe. He's wearing furs and leathers, and he has a pan flute hanging from his neck. And he's got dark hair and big brown eyes and a squat beak-like nose.
And as you come up, you just barely clear the desk. There is a little like apple box type step in front of it.
I'm gonna just hop up and sit on the desk and do a little squat and sign my name and hop back down.
Mariah sighs a little bit. Thank you.
You know, like a child would on a kitchen counter.
And you in the back, please come up. And James,
Also,
you're up.
Don't forget Lexana after.
Oh, Lexana. That's what happens when you turn off your camera. Yeah, James, why don't you go next?
Okay, so you see this guy who's probably 6 foot tall with his hands behind his back, and he's like looking at all these fascinating team members that he has on his team, and he kind of like parts his way through like the crowd and kind of like looks at the paper and tries to read it. He's looking at the paper really hard, and then he like wants to go to Mariah. He's like, "Psst, come here.
Yes.
Excuse me. The menu is wrong. I don't see the flavors of mead or a turkey leg. I don't see it. I'm a little concerned. Are you out? I mean,
can you just go ahead and what is your name? I'll sign it for you. Your name.
Oh, my name is
Yeah.
James, and I would like to order a turkey leg and some mead and actually, do you guys want anything? And I like point to the rest of the group. I'm like, do you have like maybe a beer? Maybe I don't know.
She writes the name in the book and says, I'll make a note of it and see what I can do. Yes, you please come up.
Okay, Luxana's all the way in the back, just as a
Always.
We know.
Oh, surprise.
antisocial. I will describe. Ooh. Yeah, I'll describe her briefly. So she's a wood elf. She has long, kind of reddish brown hair. She looks like an elf. We can just leave it at that.
Sure.
She walks up to the counter, and as she's like writing her name in it, she mutters under her breath, "You already know my name. I don't understand why I have to sign in every time." And then she turns around.
Yeah. If a do not disturb sign could walk and talk,
Yeah.
it would
Basically.
As Luxana makes her way back to the group, the Scoundrels will just be like, Lux, good to see you. Haven't changed even remotely.
So Mariah closes the ledger, gives it a little bit of a sigh, and straightens up. All right. With that out of the way, let's move on to today's assignment. You are being sent to the town of Wallak Bay, which is about 3 days' travel south, though I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the weather slows you a bit. It is a beautiful resort town, lots of quaint shops and a lovely bed and breakfast. What's really interesting about the town is that it's actually in the bay. There's a land bridge that connects it to the mainland, but when the tide is high, it's just totally separated. So not quite an island, but kind of. Lots of tourists in the summer. That's when I was there. We've received a letter from a Mr. Jacob Harlow, whose family apparently owns the bed and breakfast, and I'll just read you the letter. You can derive the context from there. She takes this letter out of a file. To whom it may concern. My name is Jacob Harlow, from the town of Wallak Bay. I'm writing you because I know not who else I could possibly reach out to about the situation. We have a sheriff here, but I don't know that he can be trusted, or what he could even do. I can only hope that someone outside of our town can help us. For the last year, starting last winter, people here have begun acting strange, not like themselves. It's still them, their face, their voice, but something changes with them. It started off with just one person. By the end of last winter, I suspected about 10 others. The differences are subtle, things you might not even notice unless you knew the person well. For a time, I believed it was just in my mind. It was easy enough to discount until my father went through the change as well. It's still his face, it's his voice, but it's not him in there. I'm enclosing a payment for your services and requesting you come as soon as possible. Perhaps it is just me. Perhaps I am mad and the town is fine, and that would certainly be for the best. Either way, I am in great need of help. She folds the letter, puts it back in the file. Who knows how much truth's in the letter? Is it more likely that an entire town is in trouble, or just this one poor man? I suppose if it is just him, you can resolve that quickly and spend the rest of the day touring the shops. Either way, your mission is to go to Wallak Bay, touch base with Jacob, and assist him and the town as needed. Honestly, if the guild were funding this ourselves, it would not be the highest priority, but he included the payment himself, so here we are. You'll each be paid 35 gold for the mission, and I believe you'll have room and board for the hotel for your stay, so enjoy that. I'm giving your party 2 potions of cold resistance because it is quite chilly out, and if you don't have a coat, you can grab one from the quartermaster. They're not fashionable, but they'll keep you from freezing to death on the way. Any questions?
I mean, do we know anything about this town at all?
Yeah.
Before you got this note, or no?
Any weird history?
She holds up the note and says, well, I've been there once myself. It is a lovely spot in the summer. They have, the bed and breakfast usually has this beautiful sunrise tea service. It's very nice.
And this Harlow fellow, does he have any kind of reputation?
Oh, I have no idea.
Resident.
Roderick's gonna step forward and try to kind of whisper to Mariah and just be like, what would you do if you were to go on like a date there? Is there anything you would recommend? Or
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Roderick.
My heart.
You literally just said there's a sunrise tea.
It's
There's
perfect.
shopping. There's what, you need help?
yes, he does need help. I got a 13.
She gives you a very quizzical look, and she says, well, perhaps use your imagination just a little bit.
Yes, I was hoping to avoid having to do that by asking you.
How romantic.
Roderick steps back.
Any other
Mariah.
questions about the mission?
Oh,
Get out
may I
of-
please.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
May I please roll to see if any of the symptoms of the town folk ring true to me as something that may relate to my backstory at some point?
Sure.
Is any? Yeah,
Go and roll a history check.
a history check. Okay.
Does she give us a map? How to get there?
Yeah, you've got like you've got a map that kind of details from here to there.
Cool.
I rolled a 14.
Nothing really rings a bell.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's you're not catching anything right off the bat.
Do we gotta get our high horse on and get out of here? Or do we got a little time before we hit the road?
Well, I mean, you should be on your way pretty. What do you have appointments? Do you have what?
I just gotta make a couple stops before we get going. That's all.
I think we've got a little bit of time
I mean,
for
the
that.
time is yours, but don't dally. These
be
are,
quick.
This is not your first mission. Maybe
I'm well aware. I just did not know how urgent we had to be on the road.
Well, I suppose if he dies before you get there because you were visiting the shops, then he'll probably be pretty unhappy about it.
You know what? That is a fair point. I understand.
But
But he
you know,
has already
it's not
paid
us,
necessarily
right?
incorrect that we could still do something for him, even if he's dead.
Indeed.
We've dealt with that before.
He's not going to die.
We'll get there.
Yes.
You said
So-
it was 3 days?
3 days in good weather, yes.
Lovely.
Got those nat 20s.
Well,
Rolling for
I'm
weather.
sure we will do our absolute best to help this man and come back with good news of a job well done. I'm sure.
Indeed.
Or he's
all
dead,
right.
and that's
Skamos.
make it happen.
Who is taking possession of the cold resist potions?
I'll take one of them.
Everyone wants
Oh, okay, I won't then. It's not a big deal.
I'm good.
I'm pretty
Whatever.
mobile, so I can get it to anybody that might need it.
The wizard would really like one.
That's fair.
Would the tiny druid?
That's fine. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh,
Thank
would the
you.
tiny
So
druid.
one.
Thank you.
I also asked her where the quartermaster is.
You can be led there. Yeah, it's you can get
Cool.
there.
I go there with
Okay.
Kristen.
Okay. So you go and collect your coats, and they are quite unattractive. Think like military surplus, like
Oh yeah, good.
you know,
Oh, no.
the fur is matted. It's kind of like canvas, so it's definitely going to keep the water out. But they are ugly.
Can we?
Lunchak already has some.
I
While,
already.
while we're getting coats, Skamos will turn to Crixus and be like, "So what's with the pretty guy? What's with the pretty boy? Like, you seem to have a problem. What's up, man?"
You mean Hasan? I don't know.
No, I know Hasan. I meant the other guy,
I don't know who you're talking about.
the very pompous one who
Oh,
kinda holds
Roderick.
himself
Yeah,
pretty-
yeah.
Oh, Roderick. I don't know who's that.
He's just some new fella. It's fine.
You seem to have a problem. Like, is everything okay? Like, what's up?
I just like pulling his chain. I don't think he likes us magic folk too much, so I just kind of
Oh.
like messing with him a little bit.
Well, he and I probably aren't gonna get along at all then. But
You know what? As long as you're mildly friendly to him, he seems to take to people just fine. But like, honestly, him and me have been getting under each other's skin a little bit over the last few weeks. So we're good to just back away from each other a little bit.
Gotcha.
Let
Well,
not tempers fly. You know.
Keep an eye on your back. Make sure it doesn't get stuck. So.
Oh no! He's too honorable for that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good to know. Good to know. All right.
If this was a movie, Crixstump would move out of frame, and there would be Roderick in the background just glaring. Yeah, hey son, what do you got?
I just want to get some healing potions before we leave town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roderick wants to get some of those as
Yeah,
well.
we'll have some errands running, I'm sure.
Okay.
So you grab your coats, and all of you end up out on the front steps of the Adventurers Guilds.
It's cold.
And Takar lies in front of you. It's pretty cold out, and there's not nearly as many people out as there usually are, but there's still people out, and in fact there are even a few kids out making like icy snowmen here and there. But yeah, business still continues in Takar even through the ice and snow. So we got a couple folks going to buy health potions. What other errands do we have running?
Did you want what I asked you before?
Yeah, we
to
should.
be,
Yeah,
like,
we'll
before or
roleplay
now.
that. We'll
Okay,
roleplay
cool.
that.
Then yeah, I definitely will go for that.
So Denra's got to pick up a weapon. Was it Roderick and Hasan health potions?
Yeah.
Crixstump, what do you got?
I wanted to swing by like a mail delivery or carriage place real quick.
Sure.
I gotta send off something real quick.
Okay.
Ooh, if Crixtum's doing that, Hasan gives him his letter and asks him if he will deliver it for him.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
Skamos will also go and get a healing potion. So.
All right. Anyone else? Any errands you'd like to run before leaving Takar?
Tana will also go get a healing potion.
Yeah, Mudpack's on that train too.
Everybody
You
to
know.
the apothecary. Clean them out.
Hasan would invite James as well. Would you like to come with us to buy some healing potions?
Oh, is there a blacksmith nearby that I can go to?
I'm actually headed to the blacksmith if you wanted to join me.
Oh yeah, I would love to go to the blacksmith, please.
Okay. So let's do the health potions first.
Yeah,
Get
you're
rid
right.
of
You know where
that
2/3 of our party is?
Yeah.
Crixstump, did you want to role play what you were doing, or is it just enough to?
Just slightly.
Okay, so we'll
But
get to that.
it'll take 30 seconds to a minute.
So let's start with health potions. Let's see where you all are headed. Let me look at my notes.
Can I ask a question? Very specific, but do we pass the Cupcake Castle on the way?
You do not.
Oh,
The
Dang it.
Cupcake Castle is farther
like-
away.
part of town, yeah.
It's in some strange back alley. You only find
Yeah,
it. if you get
yeah.
out
You only find it when you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
As we walk,
requirement.
Hisan definitely talks to Skamos and asks him how he's been since their last mission. It's been quite a while since they last met, so just seeing how have you been? You made it to the capital all right and came back, I see.
Yes, yeah, no, it was wonderfully awful. Humans can't deny that they hate everything about my people, so it's great. It was what it is, and otherwise just been doing more of my business that you don't approve of. So it's been good. It's been good.
Well, yeah, I'm okay. Good. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, for sure. And you, sir, I've not met you before. What
Yes,
is your name?
excuse. Well, it's Roderick. Thank you.
Roderick, yes, nice to meet you.
Are you aware that you look like two creatures who have been fused into one?
Yes.
And is that on purpose, or are you going to die sometime soon?
No. It was the intention was purposeful. The results were not necessarily exactly what I was hoping for, but
Right. I can't imagine you would.
Still achieve what I was going for. Plenty of my people have a bit of a contingency against them from many people, and I wanted to be something unique, and I am. So there you go.
And doesn't he look fascinating and wonderful, Roderick? Very, very interesting. Yes.
I'm gonna have to make you roll a persuasion check on that.
I think that's fair.
Just trying to make people.
I know, but I gotta see if you're successful or not. 'Cause
I love that.
Persuasion. Come on, I got this.
I know you have a good chance.
Wait. 16. Not great, but
All right, I think Roderick picks up on your "don't insult him anymore, please" subtext.
Yay.
Oh yes, no, he looks blue.
yes, very blue.
Yes. That's more recent actually. Before everything else, that's more recent actually.
Oh, that's separate.
Yes.
That was not part of the horns and the tail and the horrible. Yes, okay.
And Mudback, how are you?
God!
Haven't been shot by a mafia don yet, have you? Right?
No. I've
Good.
managed to keep out of trouble.
Excellent.
More or
Good.
less.
We're both keeping out of range of scary men with firearms. That's good.
Out of range is key.
Yes.
I'm so glad you're back, so that when we're traveling, are you going to make something quite delicious for us?
Oh, I suppose I could be persuaded.
Oh, I'm so glad.
It just really depends on what we find along the way, though. So if you wouldn't mind helping me look,
Oh, of course, I'd be happy to.
wonderful.
Roderick, this is Mudback.
Oh yes, I actually know Mudpack.
Oh.
She
Oh.
can turn herself into other things if I remember correctly.
Himself.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Himself. Yes, sorry.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean you can't be able to tell me face.
This is fair.
Stands
It's fair.
correct.
By this point, you have in fact reached the cauldron, which is the magical goods shop, and there's a human woman there. Hello, welcome to the cauldron. How can I help you?
I was looking for some health potions.
Let's see what her stock is like.
Better. Good.
She says, "Well, all right. How many are you interested in getting today?"
I mean, I could just use one.
I would like 2 if possible.
I would like to as well.
All right.
How much does it cost?
Jeez,
Everyone's startling.
have you been following us the whole time?
Why?
How much do they cost?
At the moment, common healing potions are 30 gold.
Oh, why did I think that they were less than that?
Skamos will hand over 30 gold. And take this potion.
You collect yourself
As
a healing
well.
potion.
As will Mudpack.
You get one as well.
Yeah.
And you get one, and you get one, and everyone gets a healing potion.
I'll pay for 2.
Okay.
I changed my mind. I'll just take one.
All right.
What a ripoff! She walks out.
Wow.
The market price is 50.
Laxana
so
is
I don't
just as personable as always. Marvelous. Skamos will
Was she
smile
really
with
behind us the
all of
entire time?
that. Yeah, she does that.
And with that, we can pop over to mail delivery. Crickstump, you find the courier's office. The same one that Hayson tends to go to. There aren't too many in the city. As you head in. Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
Morning. I got this letter that I got to send off. The address should be on there. And then if I could send, and I reach into my pocket and I grab 35 gold, be like, and if I can send this over to Bolenthar, please, addressed to, where is it? Sorry, gotta write this down for you. And he writes down the name of, it's M McGraw on it, and then sends it. And she's at the university over there. So if I could get that sent over there, thank you very much.
He converts that into basically like a traveler's check.
Yeah.
Puts that in an envelope and. All right. These two then. Anything else for you?
No, that'll do it.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
these,
that'll do it.
Looks like it's going to come to 2 gold altogether to send these.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right.
Sounds great. I got you.
I didn't give you any money because I didn't pay for it.
Hey, Sam's the kind of guy who just like goes on dates with people to get free food.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We are literally going to resort town. You don't think Crickstump's gonna get something out of you when we get there?
Me?
Yeah.
Now you owe him.
Oh.
You got to buy him a fridge magnet.
Or like a
At least.
collectible spoon.
Shot glass.
Cool.
All right, let's pop over to the blacksmith. Denra, a few days ago, you had dropped off your glaive with the Baron to have some custom work done. So Denra and James, you head over there.
On the way there, I did want to ask James, just kind of conversationally as we're walking.
Yeah.
What brings you to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, well, I'm hungry and I need some money, and I like to slash things a lot. So
Well, I think we'll get along then.
I appreciate the opportunity,
Oh,
but quick question: do they have hammers?
Oh, I think so. The Baron's pretty well stocked usually. He's a reliable sort.
Good.
Also, I mean, I don't know if we're passing by any food, but we can stop, get like a turkey leg or something. I mean, you said you're hungry. It's all. I don't know.
I would like to bear hug Denra.
How tall are you? Just out of curiosity.
6 foot.
I'm 7'5", so I'm just like, hello.
So your head
yeah, I
tucks
love
in
it.
neatly right below Denra's
Right below
chin.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Very, very affectionate. I like that. Yeah, let's get on down to the Barrens, and we can stop on the way back with some turkey legs.
Why don't
Those
you go
sound
make an
really good right
investigation
now.
check to see
sure.
what kind of food you can find?
Sure.
Me or him?
One of you make it at advantage.
What's
One helping
roll
the
again?
other.
You're familiar with the area. So
Yeah,
I'll let
probably a
you
little
do
bit
it.
more. So that's investigate. You said.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Oops. Jeez, sorry about that.
Battle
You
music.
find
James and I are
horrible
getting into a fight right now. Fuck yeah! I got my horns. Let's go.
Calm the fuck down there. New animations. That's what I get. You find. I don't know how that happened. I gotta go back and look at that. You find like an open air meat cellar, like basically kind of a hole in the wall that's basically just all grill. Just a big open fire with like
we smelled it. That's how we found it.
like 10 different kinds of meats hanging out.
That's what.
And yeah, there are definitely turkey legs to be found.
Oh, I'm gonna get the biggest turkey leg.
And I'll pay for both of our turkey legs. I'll just drop I'll drop a gold down. I don't know how much it is,
All right.
but
Half
however
Orc
much.
is behind the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Big like smoke tinged chef's hat. He says,
The best turkey legs.
2 turkey legs. That'd be 4 gold or 4 silver.
4 gold. I was gonna say, holy
fucking
shit.
big turkey. No, 4 silver.
I'll
dire turkeys.
I'll drop a gold and say, you can keep the rest. You smell delicious.
These are you. Sorry, my mind.
Ah! She's not into every hunk she sees.
I mean, it should be
Sorry.
noted, he's got the chef's
Just the
hat,
furry ones.
but like a leather
I'm into
apron, and there's no shirt under that apron. It's
Yeah.
She's more into
Yeah.
the furry big men, so it's a little different.
Half orcs. Those guys are all meat. Come on.
And
true.
it should be noted,
Come
he
on.
does have a pig tattoo on his forearm, like any good chef. He's got a whisk over here and a diagram of a pig there.
That's what's up.
Is it like the diagram of man? Like,
There we go. I think we are reconnected. I'm gonna make
It's all
sure.
coming back. It's all coming back to me.
YouTube
now.
says we're okay, so I'm gonna
Cool.
say that we're all right.
Sounds good.
Man, one of these days I'm just gonna have like the most insane internet connection. It's gonna be so great,
It's gonna be insane.
and then something
One of
else will
these.
happen wrong.
One of these.
Yes.
One of these.
All right,
nights.
so you grab your turkey legs and head off.
I'll kind
to the
of
Baron.
cheers my turkey legs with James and kind of take a
Arr.
big hearty bite. Yeah. The barbarians hanging out. I love it.
I would like to eat my turkey leg whole, like one gulp and everything. And I would
Wow.
like to challenge Denra to like see who throws it the farthest. Just to see what happens.
Okay.
I'll
what I'd
like
first
watch him
like
do
you to
that
do-
quickly and eat mine as well. Yeah.
Den was like,
Woo.
In that case,
It's
James,
like-
what I'd first like you to do is make a Constitution check to see how well you can consume that turkey leg.
Wait, I made a mistake. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey,
welcome.
you'll learn very quickly that Paul will make you roll on just about anything. So.
All right, so
If
a
it can
saving
fail.
throw, right?
We'll do it.
Check.
Oh, okay.
Constitution check.
Constitution check. Okay.
Skill.
2 + 1. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a,
Oh,
okay.
All right.
Are you okay?
So your goal is to just like take down this turkey leg and like be like really macho about it and like yeah, and boy, it's a lot. It's like a lot. It's a lot of food and like your first big bite and it's like wow, it takes you a while and it's honestly like the next 5 minutes of just like really trying to get the meat off the bone and
Denra's inner mom will come out and be like, don't eat it too fast. You might not be able to hold it down.
like
we'll get along and we'll have that competition after we're done. Don't we still want to savor it, right?
like have you ever seen someone
hard.
really delicately eat chicken wings? Like maybe with a fork. Like
So
this is what
weird.
it ends up like. It's a weird sight. But it is
Oh,
good.
no.
Yeah.
And you have finished it by the
really
time
wanna-
you get to the Baron.
I really want a turkey leg now. Damn it.
So even in the ice and snow and it's like windy out, the Baron's blacksmith forge is, no walls, just the big open forge in the middle, big tent over it, and you can hear the hammering from far away. it's nice because it's hot. So by the time you walk up to the counter, you've got like the cold wind at your back and the heat from the forges hitting you in the front. And someone calls out that they've got a customer, so the Baron hands off his hammer to someone else. Comes up. The Baron is a very tall Goliath. Like, even if you've seen a lot of Goliaths, the Baron is probably the biggest and tallest that you've seen. A little bit taller than Denra. Yeah. Well, what can I do for you today?
I was here to pick up my special order. Also, hi, how's it going?
Oh, that's right. That's a glaive, right?
Yes, just getting it sharpened and keened up.
Yep. So it's you paid 75. It'll be another 75.
Yep, and I get the rest to him then.
And he turns back and says, "Doriah, grab me the glaive from the back." And he grabs this glaive and hands it over, and he says, "There's a bit more mass on the back, and
Ooh, I like it.
I altered the edge geometry just a touch, so it'll get a little more heft behind it and cut a little deeper."
Perfect.
So you now have a +1 glaive.
Just not magical.
Not magical,
yeah.
but it is keen.
Sweet. All right, thank you. Also, I meant to ask this when I first came by. I've been meaning to. I try to ask around the city and around just anywhere I can, really. You haven't seen two probably adolescent minotaurs around, a male and a female. I don't know if they're together or just any of them. Maybe answers to the name Freya and Orin. I don't know. It's a long shot. I figured you might know a good amount of people, being in your line of work. It's my children. I'm trying to find them.
Yeah, I've not encountered any adolescent minotaurs.
Okay.
But if I do, I'll keep an eye out.
Or any news of any raiding parties from orcs and goblins. Just as a note. Thank you.
No, not a problem. Anything else I can do for the two of you?
Oh, I pulled the Goliath in really closely to like whisper in his ear.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if he allows you to do that.
Okay, I get a persuasion. We'll see how this turns out. Okay. All right, +5, baby. Come on. 10 + 5, 15?
He leans down a little bit.
Okay. Whew. Okay. I heard from our mutual friend, and I point at Denra, that you have a hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not really a secret. This is a blacksmith shop. That's kind of just what I do here. And he straightens back up, and he says, "You're looking for a hammer?"
Yes, I would like a hammer. And I point to Denra. As tall as her?
Oh, that's a big hammer.
Yeah, it's a big hammer.
And how much gold do you have?
How much gold do you need? I kind of like bat my eyes a little bit, like trying to pull on the charm.
For that kind of piece, I'd say about 150.
Oh, okay. How about a turkey leg? I slide the used turkey leg across.
He's new in town, I think.
I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Come back a different time.
Yeah.
And he
okay.
turns and you see him with another Goliath back there, and he grabs his hammer back and gets back to work.
Denra,
Yeah.
you said you had kids?
Oh, yes.
You look good,
daughter.
man. Like, congrats.
Thank you. It's complicated. maybe we can. I can talk about it after a few more drinks. And I'll actually
few more
hit
drinks.
a hit flask, and I'll just take a drag and put it back.
I grab Denra by the shoulders, and he's like, "I vow to find your children."
Oh, oh, okay. I thank you. I appreciate that. That's very earnest. Yeah. Also, were you just looking for like a maul? Is that like a large war hammer? Like, I don't know if they make hammers as tall as I am, but they do make mauls. They're relatively big. They probably would be that 150, but I don't know.
Okay, do you think if we go back and ask for a maul?
If you were a little more specific, maybe he would know. It was a little vague, and they're not normally as tall as I am. I mean, my glaive, and I'll pull it out. It's only this long because most of it is a blade. So, but
Denra, go ahead and make a history check.
Yeah, I might be entirely wrong. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I'm wrong. That's 9.
Okay. So what you do know is that nothing the Baron has is inexpensive.
Because most of it's pretty.
Because most of what he does is custom work. There is another blacksmith in town that does less. That just has kind of off-the-shelf items.
Okay, James, maybe we could go. Yeah, the Baron. Maybe we buy something at this other place, and if you like it, and get enough gold, then maybe we take it back to the Baron, and he can modify it like he did mine.
Okay, I whisper in Denra's ear. I'm like, come here.
I'll get real. I have to like half crouch. You're not that sure.
I was like, will this hammer save your children?
I mean, if they're if they're in trouble with
yes or no, will it save your children?
Yes, I think it will, James. Yes.
Then we must go back and get this hammer at all costs.
Let's go, and we can meet up with the rest of them.
I go back to the Goliath. I go back.
No.
All
right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have what you're looking for. I'll just let him go though.
Yeah, you go back, and as you approach, the Baron looks up, looks over to someone else, and continues hammering. Apparently, he is not entertaining you anymore.
Oh no!
But a female Goliath comes up, arms crossed.
Son of a.
Yeah.
Listen, Linda, listen. My friend, Denra, her children are missing.
Oh my god.
I start to like tear up a little bit, you know? And I say, like, you know, all we need is one really nice hammer. I'm sorry. To get this, this Minotaur, her herd back. If you could do this kind favor. I'm sorry. And I cry into Dennis' shoulder, really hamming it up.
There.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not assisting her.
All right. Okay. Here we go. +5. 9 + 5. That is 14.
She looks over to Denra and says, "Does this guy have any money?"
I don't know. I don't know if we have enough to cover a mall that you guys would sell, but I tried to tell him we could go to the other
I take
place.
out all the gold in my pocket and place it on the counter.
How much gold is that, James?
35,
Okay.
baby.
Oh. Yeah, he does not.
Markov's hammer. 4 blocks away.
Right, that's where we were going to go, and then if he likes it, he'll bring it here to get it upgraded. So, let's go, James. Come on.
Do
Thank
a little
you.
one of these.
Thank you, Baron. It was very nice to see you again, and nice to meet you, Dariah.
And she turns and walks away. I assume you go and grab a maul from Markov's anvil.
Yes, I'll go grab them all.
Okay.
How much?
A maul at Markov's anvil is going to be 10 gold.
Okay.
Sweet.
By the way, Paul, did you get permission to use Dariah as an NPC?
I didn't, but it's my world.
Just so the viewers know, Dariah is a separate character that is played in our other campaign. So, Well, hey, anything can happen.
I think, if this plays out, if this becomes canon, then I don't know if she's ever coming back.
Yeah, I think she's good where she is.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't ask permission. It's my world. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with them, but
sure,
they're there. They exist. Besides, I know she would not object to that at all.
Not that one, yeah.
Nope.
So you get your maul. Have you got the stats for that?
Yes, I used it off of D&D Beyond, just a normal maul.
Yep.
+4, 2d6 plus 2.
2d6.
Hell yeah.
All right. Any
and
other?
Then we'll rejoin the rest of them.
Any other errands before you leave Takar? You do know that there's not much in the way of supplies over the next few days. So you all have rations enough. No worries on that. All right. Well, in that case, you head out of the south gate of Takar and begin making your way. Don't say it. Making your way through through the forest nearby on the road. And since you're up here, Mudpack, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
I shall.
How do you know me too well, Paul?
Is this the weather roll? Is this the weather roll? I'm
Sure
into
is.
it. I'm
10.
into it.
Ooh.
Oh, weather.
Blizzard! Give us a blizzard!
That's a 7.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a breezy. Maybe it might rain a little.
The weather holds, so it's still cold. It's still windy, but you don't get any new snow for the day. Was anyone on this? I don't think anyone would have been on that quest. I'm trying to think of who went to the temple way back when.
On the island?
Or the cult.
Yeah, the temple of the cult.
That was Styx.
That was
Foggy.
Yeah.
Yep, and that was Vondel. So
Yeah,
no.
so
And
no.
Patina.
All right, so you on your first day you do pass by where they would have gone on that, but you have no idea because it's tucked away in the woods. The roads are fairly clear. It's kind of slow going because of the ice storm last night. It's not the surest footing, so you can't go at a particularly fast pace, but you don't encounter any trouble on the rest of your day. Anything that you would basically, you are good to be doing what you would like to do until evening when you have to camp. So is there anything you would like to be doing as you are trekking along?
Well, first I have a question. I don't know. Have Denra and Skamos ever interacted? Have we worked together? Were you on the ghost mission?
Yes.
Yes, you were on that. Yeah,
the mission where you were
caused
possessed
all
and
of
almost killed Quickstump.
Okay,
that
gotcha.
was the last.
No, you didn't
We're
cause all
together.
that, but definitely well, none of us helped. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't wasn't be like, oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, never mind then. Sorry.
Okay.
Scott would probably have made a remark about like, "Oh, Denver, it's good to see you again. Good to see you haven't killed anybody lately. So nice to see
She'll
you."
definitely blanch at that and kind of was about to say, and kind of just go back to like she's like playing with her pan flute.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone told Denner about that murder. Roderick.
So Roderick, are we walking?
Yeah.
Okay, so as they're walking, I think he would just pull Hasan aside and just ask, don't you normally send letters after each of our adventures?
Oh yeah, I sent it with Crickstump this time since he was already going to the post office. So yeah, he delivered it for me.
Oh, with Crickstump, yes.
But I mean, it would have been we're just trying to save time, and I already wrote it in advance, so.
Yes, of course. That's fine. Yes, I was just curious because I didn't see you with it, and then you gave it to Quickstump, so.
That's all right.
Yes, of course it's all right. Yes.
Oh my god.
Nothing builds a healthy foundation for a relationship like instant jealousy.
I was merely curious where you send them. I remember asking you about it before, and you wouldn't really tell me anything. So.
Oh, I thought I told you I send them home to Candlekeep. Yes, I believe.
Oh yes, I remember that, but I don't remember why.
I just recount our missions, or that we go on, and let them know that I'm not dead, essentially.
So is it your family in Candlekeep then?
Oh, no. I don't have a family, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So then,
go ahead.
who do you send the letters to in Candlekeep?
A friend.
Anything more than a friend, or is that all I'm going to get?
Oh, no, someone that I used to be close with, but not so much anymore. I believe I told you that I had argued with someone, and so I write to them, even though they don't really respond, because I don't think they want to talk to me anymore, which is fine.
Then why do you write them?
Well, I wasn't very nice when I left. I said some very horrible things.
I can't imagine that.
Well, as you know, my magic is sort of the power of words and how important they are and how they can hurt or build up, and I learned that the hard way, that they can be very damaging, and I feel bad, and the fact that they haven't told me that they forgive me is really eating at me. But
did you hurt them on accident?
Yes, it was an accident, but I'm not sure that they see it that way.
Ah, I see. And so your letters are a way to bridge that apology, perhaps?
Yes, exactly.
And they've never written back to you?
No.
But you keep writing?
Yes.
Do you know if they're still at that address? I mean, could they have moved and you wouldn't know?
I suppose that's true. They could have. I mean, Candlekeep isn't really a place that people stay for very long. It's sort of a sanctuary where you don't have anywhere else to go. You can stay there for a while as long as you agree to take care of the archives and the libraries. That's why I was there. After I lost my family, that's where I went. So, yes.
Well, but if you want to send a letter, I'd be happy to take it next time.
All right, I'll be sure to give it to you, since apparently sending it with Quickstump is not a good idea.
No, it was fine. I'm just offering. I would do it.
All right, I will remember that. Although, maybe I should give up writing anyway, so I might end up stopping. So, who knows?
I don't think you should give up.
Really?
Really. Your persistence is part of what attracts me to you in the first place.
Well, thank you. Although I think sometimes my persistence might be a little bit annoying, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
I don't think so.
Well.
Maybe one of these days we go to Candlekeep and figure out why they haven't responded.
Perhaps.
Quickstump, you had something you wanted to be doing.
Honestly, it was just catching up with Skamos, but also like the only person in this party I don't know is James, so I was just gonna like hit him up and be like, "What's up, dude? How you doing?"
Sure, I think this is a valuable conversation. Let's go ahead and do that.
Just,
yeah,
like,
sure.
So James, was it? Like, hey, I'm Quickstump McGraw, both names always. How you doing? Like, what brings you here? I know. How's the bottom of those that guild? I know we've all been there before, but you doing okay? I know it's your first time out.
Well, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I would like to take Crickstump by the ear and whisper in his ear a little bit. You know?
Oh yeah, he does not have to roll for that. I willingly get closer. Just be like, yeah, what's up?
Excuse me. And I point to Roderick and Halcyon. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, so Haesong's been in the group for quite a while, and he's pretty cool. He's actually my best friend.
Yeah.
And Roderick over there is just a big, well, what's the word?
Doesn't seem nice.
You know what? He has his moments. I'll give him that. But also, he has not given us a reason to not think of him as a prick sometimes. So let's just go with that. Yeah.
Is he a bully?
No, not a bully. He likes things done the way he likes them done, and it does not roll with a lot of us. Just how. Yeah, most of us are pretty off the cuff, and he is very much things have to be done in a correct order sort of way, you know?
Okay. I whisper in Crickstump's ear. I was like, just say the word, and I'll kick him off the mountain.
No.
I understand, Crickstump.
No.
Well, you and I are alike. See, I don't like bullies, so let me know.
Well,
he's gone.
You know what, James? I love your candor, and you keep going with it.
Wait, candor, is that the word? Is that the secret word? I'm doing it now. I walk over.
No.
We're gonna need James's badge and gun here pretty soon.
No.
You're a loose cannon, James Rosehart. You're off the case.
We need Mariah to say that to us.
He plucks like a little mushroom and gives it to James. He's like, it's a friendship mushroom. Keep it close to you.
A friendship mushroom.
Am I gonna get high off of this?
Probably.
Yes, you are.
It's a good high.
Oh, I eat it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a Constitution save.
I've got one stashed up, and I'll eat one too.
All right, Denver, go ahead and also make a Constitution save.
Ooh, natural 20. Natural 20. Write that one down.
Let me get the net.
Like it.
You've had enough. Yeah.
Right?
Only the
Tolerance.
important rules. Only the important rules.
Doing drugs and trying to convince people to talk in their ears. You know.
Throwing mushrooms.
Mushrooms. That was it. Yeah. Tripping mushrooms, throwing them.
And James, what'd you get?
I may have gotten a 1.
Oh, offset. Yes.
May or may not have gotten a 1. Who's to say?
You are.
It's really dark over here.
You are.
Okay.
Amazing.
Oh god.
All right, that's really good information to know.
Oh shit.
It's going to be interesting in a couple hours for you.
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh boy.
So evening is coming on, and hey,
Sleep
Son, you
through
have
it,
one
you're
more
fine.
thing.
Oh, it's just a little tiny thing. You
Sure.
said if the road was kind of slick, I definitely want to like slide along it, you know, like you do with stocks down.
Risky business.
Okay? I absolutely want to do that because I think it would be really fun, and why not?
Well, we'll see if the dex check that you need to roll pans out with that.
Okay.
Denver will play the theme.
Okay.
That's fair. I was expecting that. I was expecting a check of some kind.
I would hope so.
15.
You know what? You do a pretty decent job of it.
Go, Hasan!
You're not like grinding off rails or anything, but you make it work.
I definitely keep doing it as we go along.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ice skating along.
By the end, you got like pretty sure feet. Still kind of wavy arms, but sure feet.
Sick. Yeah.
All right. Evening has come upon you. It's been a pretty uneventful day on the road. And it is time to build a camp. You can do it kind of right near the road. You can go a little ways off. Entirely up to you, right? What's around you is ice and snow, trees. It's a pretty dense forest right around you, so you've got some good cover if you want to go off the road, but it becomes harder to get like a whole camp area. That's the trade-off.
Can Mudpack take a look around?
And a dinner
For a
will
spot?
help him.
Sure. Yeah, Mudpack, go ahead and make a survival check
Can I helping?
at advantage.
Okay.
Hey.
I was like, I know Mudpack's got a better survival, so.
Oh, one of those was a nat 1, so we're just gonna go with that first roll.
Glad I helped.
Was that investigation?
Survival.
Survival. Thank you. That's better. Good. 15.
Nice. Solid.
Survival.
So you find a place maybe 20 yards off the road. It's not perfect. It's a little rocky here, but it is enough space in between trees that all of you can camp all together.
All right. Whoever wants to not sleep on a rock, go find your spots quick.
Roderick hustles off.
I knew that would be the. They both go past and it's like, yes, as expected, yes.
But actually, I was studying this last week between our missions, and I have a new spell that I want to show everyone that I think people would very much like. And he claps his hands together, focuses, and tiny hut, baby.
Yay, Liam and Tiny Hut's the best.
Up to 9 people in it, so we don't have to worry about the snow, the rain,
You can make it look like anything too. So it'll look like camouflage.
Hey,
It looks like a hut.
Go ahead and describe first the outside of the tiny hut that you've created, and soon you'll describe the inside.
Oh, okay.
Rhinestone hut, please. Personal request.
Is it moss covered? Can it be moss covered?
People are putting in requests.
We can cover it in moss.
Maybe you all can learn tiny hut on your own, and then you can build whatever kind of.
Oh, okay.
Druids?
Maybe fighters don't learn magic.
I think druids can.
Roderick's gonna multi-class just to learn tiny hut.
For 5 levels.
Yeah.
It says the dome is opaque from the outside. What's that mean? Like you can't see?
You can't see through it.
Okay, but we can see out from the inside. Okay.
You can put a window in there if you want.
Okay. Yes. It looks like I was not. It kind of like I imagine it's like a canvasy looking like octagon kind of shaped thing, like classic tent with like little peaked top. It's very neat and perfectly measured.
Nice.
And not very fancy. Maybe there's like some little lights on the outside, some little fairy lights.
So we are glamping.
Yes, we're glamping. You know who I am? Like, yes. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Maybe some like cute little like flags, like a tent would have around the edge. They're like multicolored. Yeah, that's really cute. Pastels though, like, probably pastels. Yeah.
Natural.
Oh, hey son, this is amazing.
Isn't it? I worked so hard. It took so many tries, and the first time I did it was about this big.
Are there like any rooms in here? Because we all have to sleep in the same.
Well, yeah,
like we always do.
It's quite roomy inside. It's not like we're gonna be on top of one another.
No.
If it helps, I pretty much always just sleep outside. So.
Oh no, it can fit up to 9 people.
No, I know it can fit.
Yes, but you don't take up very much space, do you, Mudpack? So.
Well, no, but the space I won't be taking up will be available, won't it?
You absolutely.
Okay, it's mine. It's mine.
All right, Luxana.
Absolutely don't have to sleep in it.
Drag from my hips,
but I will remind you that it's dry and warm inside.
I do appreciate it. It is a lovely tent.
Thank you.
As you head in, what kind of simple amenities do we find inside?
Pillows? Can there please be pillows?
Yeah, I think pillows are fine.
Just
Did you
some
say
nice
pillows?
pillows?
I thought she said
Pillows.
billows, like
No,
on a
pillows.
fire.
Hello.
Pillows!
Pillow.
Pillow,
Yeah.
pillow.
Pillow, whatever. Anyway, but they're like simple, like kind of patchwork looking things, you know?
Sure.
Like, they're not the nicest, but they're feathers
Ooh,
inside.
they're comfy.
They're comfy. Probably a few more lights on the inside, so that's not like super dark. But that's it. And like,
Okay.
But
Wonderful.
that's it.
Is there space to build a fire in here, or?
yeah,
Okay.
of course, right in the middle, and then
Mhm.
everyone can sleep around it like that.
Got it.
General will start building that fire.
Okay.
Luxana takes 2 pillows because she's taking mud packs.
I was gonna say, rude, but if
Wow.
there's
So you
one of
take your pillow and then a very small pillow.
Because
Ro-
it's sized for Mudpack already.
Roderick goes and claims a spot that is not next to Luxana.
Good.
I claim my spot next to yours.
Oh.
Roderick's
Adorable.
happy about that.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we're in an episode of Survivor now, and we're gonna go into the night sequence. No.
All in
No,
night vision.
anyone? No.
Someone's getting voted
No.
off. All right. So fire is made. If anyone wants to go like foraging or hunting, you can certainly do so. Yeah.
Ah.
I promised I'd help with that. So
All
I
right.
will help.
Mudpack, why don't you go roll a
Promised I'd
survival check at advantage to see what you can find out there in the ice and snow.
Ice and snow.
I probably get distracted making snowballs though. I'll always do that.
It's okay.
Yes.
I'm out there. I'm out there too, so it's all good.
Tiny
Yeah.
little two snowball snowmen.
Oh, those are so cute. Sorry. 15. It's a
15. Okay.
Solid.
I distract Mudpack with my snowman.
What,
Oh, they're so
what are you
cute.
specifically
So,
looking?
sir,
Are you looking
adorable.
for some kind of animal to trap? Or are you looking for like just some
I'm-
vegetation?
I'm looking for roots.
Okay, I think with a 15, that's not too hard to find. Yeah, you find some good roots.
And some herbage.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
'cause
wipe
the
the snow
seasonings.
off. You're able to find some good dandelion roots down there, as well as some like root vegetable type things that you pluck up, enough to make like a soup for everyone.
Can I maybe chop them up and like roast them?
Sure, you can. They're yours.
Yeah. I'm just it's been on the stew kick for a while, and I feel like
Yeah.
I need to expand myself.
That's fair. I mean, it's kind of stew weather, but you know, it's yours to do with.
It's
so.
all hot, so it all works.
As long as it's hot.
Yeah.
I stay outside and continue making my tiny snowmen. I'm making a tiny snowman army.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a snowball and throw it at Hasan.
I love a snowball fight. Every time there's snow, there's a snowball fight.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check, Crickstump.
Can I make an alternate avoidance check?
We'll see if his check is good enough to be.
Called your armor class.
Oh, I want to like out of the way.
Well,
Avoidance.
my 2 rolls tonight have been a 20 and a 1.
Oh my gosh.
Not as good with mushrooms.
Don't work.
Not as good with snowballs as you are with mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fair.
Oh, let me write that down.
please don't let there be like a rock in this snowball.
Oh.
Oh,
So you throw the snowball, and it's just this is the worst throw of your whole life. Like, you don't know exactly how it happened, but it came off way early. It flies through the open door of the hut and lands straight into the fire, which doesn't quite sputter and go out completely, but like it's definitely
Oh, what the hell?
You threw water all over the fire is what you did.
I gotta like try and keep it going. What
and there's like a
guys?
bunch of steam and smoke that comes off the fire, and
you're ruining my
Yeah, Roderick definitely pokes his head outside. It's like, what are we doing?
We're foraging, brother.
tiny snowmen, actually.
Oh, they're
Oh, they're-
adorable.
Yeah, they're quite lovely. Did someone throw a snowball into the hut?
I threw a snowball.
Quick stop.
Ah, damn it,
But-
Crick Stump. And
Whether
then
that was
Roderick
whether
just
that
goes
was
back inside.
into the...
James,
Oh no.
it is about at this time
I was
As-
wondering.
There we go.
as food is about, like, dinner is about to be served. It is about this time that everything starts kicking in.
Oh,
Oh
right.
god. Okay. Fair.
Um,
Fair.
You've felt a little off, like, for like the last hour or so, like, just maybe you ate something that didn't agree with you. You're not sure. Are you inside the hut or outside the hut?
Can I be inside the hut?
Sure.
But after I start to feel the feelings, I would like to exit the hut so I don't throw up on anybody.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Do any of
So,
us know?
I mean, he just looks like he's walking out of the hut, really.
And I mean, I know what's kind of going on because I'm also on the same thing.
Denver's just like,
You you feel this. What starts is like this oppressive push against your chest, like you need air, like there's not enough room in here, like you got to get out, like you got to move, you got to get up, you got to walk, you got to go, and you stand up and you begin walking out of the hut, and you're not seeing anybody or anything. You're out and you feel the cold against your skin, but you're not quite feeling it like you should. Like there's some kind of barrier between you and the weather, and you're not understanding it, and that's making you freak out a little bit. But you're trying to just like calm your breathing and get more air in your lungs, and then you feel it.
I draw my sword.
There is something in the woods that you need to go fight.
Oh no.
Oh no!
oh no.
You hear the beating of wings. You hear a growl. Something has come, and it has come for you, and you have to come for it.
I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. I draw my sword. I'm ready to go.
Would I have been able to at least follow him
I think
a little
those
bit?
who are outside, which would be
Trying to be a trip sitter as well.
Hason and Crickstump, you can go ahead and make a perception check.
Roll the dice.
Can I use I'm gonna use a portent roll for that. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who rolled? Crickstump?
And
Yeah.
Hason.
Actually, do you have to be able to see people to do the port and roll?
Oh.
I mean, we can see through the
I really
hut, can't we?
I think you should let me keep mine. Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Said I think y'all should let me keep my roll. To be honest.
Let me double check that. Because I think you kind of have to be aware that it's happening.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think you need to be. I think you need to be aware that the thing is happening to use portent. All right, hey Sam, what'd you get?
That one.
Now one.
There it
I
is.
am so into my tiny snowman army. I do not notice.
Oh, okay. All right. Crickstump, what'd you get?
Hi, James. Nice to meet you.
So, Paul, the very first time I played Crickstump, you gave me a Luck of the Forest after I saved some wild.
Yes, I
Buck
did. You,
out in the
you are
forest.
allowed a luck roll in the forest.
I am. So I use that. So that's a 16.
Okay. So with the one, Hason, you get like a really good snowball to get Crickstump back. You don't really see the chunk of ice in the middle, but Crickstump does after you beat him right in the eye with it.
Oh.
And Crickstum, it's a sharp enough pain that it kind of knocks you right in your ass for a second. Just like to sit down and touch your eyebrow.
I absolutely run over to him and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Hi.
And yeah, there's just a little trickle of blood coming down. But Crickstum, as you wipe your eye,
I'm gonna also grab like a hunk of snow and just press it to where the blood is.
You look past Hason because you notice some movement, and you see James, sword out, walking into the snowy forest. And with that, we're gonna go to our mid-session break.
Oh, good.
So
Did you notice us like nibbling? Like,
So stay tuned. We'll catch you in just a few minutes on the other side of the break. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. We are on the other side of the break, and James, I need you to roll initiative, please.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Is it gonna be with a tree?
Well, what could possibly go wrong? I got a 17.
Famous last
Okay. All right. So, you hear the sounds of a creature breathing in the forest. You stride forward, and there it is, a black dragon, tail curled around itself, frost in its breath, as it stares you directly in the eyes, waiting for you to make the first move.
Okay. Let's do some inflict wounds on this bad boy.
Okay.
Let's try that.
All right.
Okay, +5. Ooh, 14 +5, 19. Does that hit?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, 3d10.
Can't wait to see what he's actually hitting. Is it like a tree? Is it a...
Or Hasan.
Well, I mean, Hason's
And
right by
3,
me,
4.
so I think I would be able to see him.
I'd
coming
say
with-
both of you, around snowballs and fixing your eye. Looks like a dragon.
I only did 17 damage.
Okay.
Only.
Only
So-
did
Holy-
17
You
damage.
stride forward and a huge slash down the dragon. Big frost everywhere as it breathes out. Black blood starts to pour down it. It swipes at you with a claw, and that's 23 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that definitely does hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And
Eat that for breakfast.
it is
it like-
it is your turn again.
Maybe it's like
Okay.
a wild turkey or something like that.
May I please? You know what? Let's do a good old long sword attack. Let's see what it does. +4. So 3 + 4 is 7.
Go ahead and
Does
roll
that
for
hit?
damage.
Hey,
Okay.
Paul.
Wow.
Paul, did I notice him striding off?
Oh yeah, there's a whole other part to this. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I got 1d8 +2, so 6 + 2. That's 8 damage.
Okay. As the dragon completes its slash, you swing your sword upwards, catching it across the face, and you hear it say your name in this deep, gravelly voice. And it rolls a 17 to hit.
Oh, that does not hit.
Okay. It swipes the other claw, and you manage to bring your shield up and deflect the mighty blow. Go ahead and roll to hit again. What would you like to attack?
I look at the dragon straight in the face, and he's like, "You've come for me now, haven't you? Right? You gonna take me next?
You
Huh?"
hear, James Roseheart, what are you doing?
Oh God, no!
I am. I'm gonna keep attacking. Let's try the maul this time. Let's see what it does. 4 + 4 is an 8. So you
Yeah.
got an 8.
All right. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Wait a minute. A black dragon with 8 armor class.
Not suspicious at all.
Sounds suspicious.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
And it only hit you for 4 damage on its. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Got a 12 + 2, so it's 14.
Okay. So this battle continues. You dodging attacks and mightily taking on this huge black dragon. By this point, the rest of you have at least been made aware of what's happening.
The hell?
And you know that he'll probably tire himself out before too long. Crickstump, you're the one who saw him first.
Do I have I recognized this pattern before?
You could take a decent guess at what's going on, especially with what happens next. So, you watch as James goes into the woods, not very far away. It should be noted, pretty close.
I wouldn't expect.
And James has found something, but it is certainly not a black dragon. Apparently, a very unlucky goat found itself outside during the ice storm, and this poor dead goat froze upright and now is just being hacked and beaten into chunks.
Oh
Okay,
no!
By James.
It was dead, is what you're saying.
Oh, it was already dead.
Okay.
It's just a solitary frozen goat.
Did you like get attention of other people?
Oh yeah, I called everyone out. I was like,
oh, okay.
guys,
Yeah,
guys,
so-
guys, come
In
here.
the hell?
Skamos is standing next to Crickstump while this is going on, and he's just gonna like lean over and be like, "The friendship mushrooms."
I mean, they all take a different sort of path, so yeah.
That's true. I mean,
I-
it messed me up too. Like,
Wait.
I get it.
What is he actually hitting? It looks like a turtle
I
to
think
me.
it was a goat.
Oh.
And
I'm still kind of
Oh.
riding it, so.
James is just like carving it up and occasionally like getting too close to the horns, getting scratched by it and bumping into a tree behind him. And,
Wow. He's got a good arm.
Hey, guys,
He's a
you
good
know
fighter.
what?
Like, this
Yeah.
is gonna
This
be
is-
good. It's good.
This is
You know,
actually
it's a great
this is
team.
actually a good thing to see. Hey, everyone gather around. So notice his fighting strategy.
about
Let's-
3
let's
minutes
just
into
see
the
how he
fight,
does it.
James uses the
3
maul
minutes
and
in.
just completely tears the head of the goat clean off the body.
I knew that was a good maul.
Yeah, and after about 5 minutes, James, you find yourself just laying in the snow, and in your mind, the black dragon has been slain. Its blood is pooling on the ground, and you are resting on top of your kill.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Denver will as well.
In your haze, you see the strange mushroom man. Has he come to claim your kill? What's going on, James?
James.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Knowing how what has happened and kind of what I think was going through his head, I'll be like, you have persevered there, Sir James. We are here to congratulate you.
Yeah, that's it.
You have deserved a. Hey, Mudpack, what'd you find?
Some dandelion roots and some other things.
You have earned the root of courage.
Oh, the root of courage. Yes.
Mudpack's gonna go back in and like fix one special.
Okay.
Nathan whips out his flute and plays a little dun 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 dun.
Oh man.
All right.
We're trying to turn this bad trip into like a mediocre one
Sure.
at best.
So I assume you present Sir James with the root of courage.
Absolutely.
Served. Well, there's no leaves. It's all winter.
Oh, it doesn't need to. Hey, the root of courage can come in many different forms.
Yeah, it's
Come on.
one part. There's the root of courage, the root of wisdom,
And the root of power.
Root of power, right?
Yeah.
Make the tri root.
Yeah, it's the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, isn't it?
Oh, you.
May the force be with you.
Mudpack finds a piece of bark and rips it off a tree to make like a little platter for the root of courage.
The root of courage. Roderick.
And walks up kind of like apprehensively, but still determinedly presenting the root of courage to the great hero.
Yes. Great hero. Kind of like Echo.
So how does this all reach James?
Am I aware that it's a goat yet or no?
No, not quite yet.
Okay. I take the root of courage, and I kind of like put it close to my chest, And is there a head of the goat still around, or no?
Oh yeah. You could definitely like reach out and find the frozen head that you knocked off.
I take the goat and I place it in Mudkip's hands. I'm like, this is a gift to you all for being so nice. I have protected you. Now, I walk away and I walk into the forest. I take off my armor and just let the cold hit me.
I'm gonna come up to him. Sir James, we have prepared a sleeping quarters for you.
Tell him to eat the root.
Oh, yes, eat the root. It shall provide
Courage.
strength. Courage.
James, do you go willingly?
Yes, I go with
Okay. So you lead James back, and the really heavy part of the trip is starting to fade, and what's left over is this desire to rest and to sleep, and sleep comes to you quite quickly.
Honestly, I just lean to like Skamos and be like, yeah, I've had to talk a few people down on this one before. It happens sometimes, but it's if they're happy, they'll easily come out of it. I mean, it just makes it easier.
I mean, like, mine was all in my head. Like, I don't think I went anywhere, if I remember properly. So
Yeah, you were just talking about like ducks and like an ocean floor, and when you came to, it was just a blue blanket. I don't know what you were talking about, but
This has happened before.
Oh yeah.
Is this some sort of like initiation?
Well, I mean,
you never had a
doesn't have to be.
friendship mushroom?
I don't think
They're
I've
quite nice.
You need to have a
taken a-
friendship mushroom, clearly.
I'm sorry, are you talking about the mushrooms that Crickstump takes off of his body?
Yeah.
Yes.
I ate one just a little bit ago. It feels nice.
You ate one just a little bit ago?
I did.
Yeah.
At the same time James did.
Well, how come you didn't slaughter a goat in the
Well, because I
Listen.
have a tolerance. I've tried it before. They're very nice. They help with depression.
There are different side effects from where I pluck it too, so it's a big thing.
I
I've
might
got a
have gotten a
cart
different
if you
batch,
want to
who
see
knows?
it. So
Oh, yes. Well, of course, from where you pluck it, yeah.
Hey,
Mudpack,
yeah.
it does occur to you that this is a pretty decent goat head. Like you could definitely.
It's
make
not
stuff out
too
of it.
frozen. It's not too frozen.
It would require some thawing, but there's plenty of stuff to get from it.
Yeah, no freezer
Okay.
burn. You're good.
I could set up a bit of a something above the fire if you wanted to thaw it.
Well, I want to strip some of the meat away too from the body.
So you,
But I don't have a knife.
I do.
Oh, I've got one.
Someone would like to. If someone could carve a bit of this,
I can do that.
this lovely beast.
yeah. So you take some
Okay.
time and begin carving at the frozen goat.
what do you?
Roderick will show Denver how to do it.
She will kindly and very firmly say, I have got this. I've done this many times. I actually made all of my clothing this way. So please don't mansplain this to me.
Just trying to help.
Just
Denver.
cutting it.
Roderick always rolls at advantage for mansplaining.
No, exactly.
100%.
And that's why Denver's shutting it down now.
After Hasan makes two last tiny snowmen, one a bigger snowman and one a littler snowman holding hands, he comes inside the tent to patiently wait for his meal because he's very excited now for dinner. I've done playing in the snow.
Second dinner.
Any other
I have
business
a-
that people would like to take care of this evening?
I have a feeling that Hasan barely even looked up when James was
Oh yeah.
like just going to town on this go. Like he was just like,
I've seen
this
weirder.
one goes over. This is the
Uh,
fence for them.
Made a little house. It's amazing. Whole life for these people.
I'm just playing house. Yeah, I'm just playing with my snowman doll.
Playing army.
MASH.
Playing
Oh.
army with your snowmen.
Mudpack, what do you got?
Mudpack wanted to forage for anything special in the area for his herbalism kit.
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
That's one for the audience. That's a nat one.
Oh.
What is the heck?
And Mudpack never finds stuff for his herbalism kit.
Chalk it up to the weather at least.
It's
cold.
Let me make a note of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
You don't find shit. Move on.
Mudpack, you do find some things. You find some leaves that you don't recognize, but they smell really potent, and it really seems like with some analysis they could do some interesting stuff.
Oh, I'll do this later, but yes, I've got another thing
Okay.
that reminded me that I wanted to do.
Roderick, what do you got?
Roderick would, now that they're back inside the tent, Roderick would just ask, "Hey, son, would you mind playing some music for us?"
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. Of course.
May I join? I'll pull out my pan flute.
Oh, yes, of course.
Just back up, really.
More gracious this time. That's good.
Hey, son.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite as rude.
I was ready for the.
Are you sure you're good enough to play with me?
We're friends now.
Exactly. Yeah. I've also scared you too much.
Hey, son's gonna sing this time specifically.
Then I'll just play flute as a backup for you.
All right, hey son, go ahead and roll a performance check.
Do you want just help action so that he gets advantage?
No,
Or
because
also
once you
performance
take
for me?
mushrooms, it's very difficult to help
That's
with
fair.
much of anything.
So, okay, no performance check. Okay, I'm fine with that. Just kind of going for it.
Oh,
That's a 23.
Oh,
Okay.
solid.
I am good at what I do.
I mean,
yeah.
you are a bard.
What kind of
Exactly.
song do you sing, hey son?
I sing.
I
It's
got
kind of
my
like-
driver's license.
It's kind of like, it's not a sea shanty, but it's like a folk tale kind of story like song that has
It's
very
like
very simple melody that if people wanted to pick it up and like hum along.
Dragonborn comes.
Yeah, soon may the Wellerman come. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, there it is.
it's like rain.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Is it a sad tale about an elf maiden and a human man that fall in love?
It's
And
a
then he
sad
becomes the
song.
king of Middle
Probably
Earth.
a love story. Yeah, let's be real.
Mariner's Lament.
Yeah.
Is it just a
that's the
love
name of the
story, or are there 3 love interests?
No.
So dinner is served. James snores pretty loudly through it all. Hey son,
Mudpack will make sure to set aside a
Oh,
full
you-
plate with meat and everything for James.
You beat me to it.
Hey.
any other business before the evening? Luxana, you are first.
At some point after Hassan is done singing, she will try to approach him like on her own, like away from other people, if she can.
Sure, I think that's possible.
It's just a flavor thing. While Hassan was performing,
Yeah.
Scamus used thaumaturgy to change the color of the fire to bright blue,
Very nice.
and now the fire is blue.
Roderick doesn't like the fire anymore.
Nope.
It's all magic.
I mean, the fact that Roderick is even inside this hut, let's be honest,
Big
Just because Hasan made it.
that's a pretty big step for him. And it is absolutely because Hassan made it.
Yeah, so you're able to find Hassan alone.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Cool. So I've got this necklace, and
What's it look like?
it's a rock on a string.
Oh, it's
I got a rock.
it's a very nice bra.
Yeah, thanks. I thought maybe you might be able to like take a look at it and
Oh, do you think it has some sort of special properties to it?
well, I don't really know, and I haven't had anybody look. And
Oh,
I mean, if you can't, it's cool. I'll just find somebody else to do it. It's fine. Cool.
No. I absolutely can do that for you. No, please let me help. I'd be happy to help you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But like for free, right? Or
well, why would I charge you? We're friends.
okay. Yeah, here. Cool.
And he identify. on
Okay. So Hasan, you take the rock on a string in your hands, and push your awareness into it to try to glean anything you can, and an interesting thing happens.
Okay.
You put your awareness into it, and your awareness quite forcefully is pushed out of it.
He opens his eyes, very startled. Well, that's never happened before.
What?
Well, it's a magic thing, you know. I sort of focus on it very intently, and I can sort of, feel what's going on inside of it. And it was like someone slammed a door in my face, and I don't know. It stopped me.
Are you not powerful enough to figure out what it is?
We're all still learning, aren't we, Luxana?
Wow.
After she just said you
Alexa.
were friends. Just
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Friends are honest.
He drops it back in your hands and says, "Sorry, maybe you should go find someone more powerful."
All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. He tries not to be offended.
but it's not working.
Not working at all.
You put the necklace back on and retreat back to your part of the hut.
I yawn and lie down now.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
The night's getting on. The nice thing about the hut is that you don't necessarily have to keep a watch because no one can come in. Mudpack, did you have...
Mudpack did want to take a closer look at the health potion to see if he could see any of the more potent ingredients, to discern any of those, to keep an eye out for when he's looking.
Trying to like reverse engineer a health potion?
Yeah.
I would say that you know the basics, like you know plants that have restorative properties. So if the person controlling Mudpack rolls well enough to find those things, that they'll be there.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got some good knowledge of like what to look out for, and it's just
Okay.
they're not super plentiful.
Okay.
But you do have some very interesting leaves.
Fuck off.
The fire begins to get lower. Luxana, in the middle of your trance, you hear a quiet voice. Why are you looking for me?
And Luxana pees her pants. And
Can I see anything? Do I know that it's just like coming from? Where's it coming from?
It does not sound like it's like in your ears. It sounds like it's in your mind.
I'm not looking for anyone. Who are you?
You wear my totem. You try to pry inside.
Your totem? I'm sorry, you.
Why are you looking for me?
Well, now that I know you exist, I probably will start looking for you. But who are you?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check, Luxana.
I'm going to use my portent roll. That's a nat 20 that I rolled.
Yeah.
But I think
Yes. God, I love divination wizards.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it is more magic. Get over it.
Roderick's asleep, so it's fine.
You hear a long... There's a long pause after you ask. If you really want to know, then I will find you. And the voice goes quiet.
Well,
Oh, okay.
The rest of the night passes without incident.
Cool.
As the morning comes, Skamos, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
You got it. Oh, that is a 2.
Okay. It is bitterly cold this morning. The wind is such that it just cuts right through everything you're wearing. It feels like you're just naked. Like that's how absolutely bone chilling the cold is this morning. As you all break camp and begin hitting the road again, it's not good. It feels really bad outside. Like it would feel much better if it was snowing. Like this is
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what this weather's like. I'm from Alaska.
Yeah. Spent 4 years in Montana. There are days when you're just like, oh, snow, that's awesome. That means it's 20 degrees warmer.
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
When it's crystal clear in the middle of winter, that is not good.
It's
very
not
cold time.
It's not -5 anymore. That's great. Yeah, so as you hit the road, it's honestly difficult to have much of a conversation. It's difficult to like keep a thought in your head because it's everything you can do to just keep on moving forward. James, you got a bit of a headache this morning. One of those
Really hungry.
dehydrated headaches, like you need a lot of water.
I before we set off, I wanted to apologize for the for everything that happened last night. But he's made it through to the other side.
So I guess my armor is off, right?
I picked it up going back to
Okay.
the house.
Well, like, yeah, okay. So you see on his body all these like tattoos of different kind of flowers and roses and carnations all over his body, but at the same time they're full of like scratch marks and stuff like that. Like he's definitely faced a couple of quote unquote goats before. But yeah, I'm assuming that we got a long rest.
You got a long rest.
Okay.
All your stuff's back.
Yeah.
You know, tell him, don't be sorry. I saved your life.
you did. You did a great job. It was valiant effort.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. What?
Did you
what
see the
exactly-
hammer?
What did you kill exactly, James?
I pull Roderick to the side a little bit. And I like do one of those things across the shoulder, like, look, it was a black dragon, bigger than your ego. It was as big as a mountain.
Tenra actually laughed pretty heartily at that.
But you know, I'm sure you've faced many a black dragon before, haven't you?
I've faced more than you have, I would bet. Yes.
Oh, buddy, and I kind of go for a fist bump, you know.
And as Roderick returns the fist bump, he goes, "You killed a goat." And he walks away.
Oh, crushing dreams over here.
Roderick, go ahead and roll a persuasion check
Okay.
to see if we can have that mirror moment in Man of Lamancha.
Yeah.
22.
Ooh,
Oh,
boy.
James.
Son of a bitch.
It
No!
might have actually been a goat.
Oh no! Where's the head? Who has the head? Oh no!
If you look around, you can see. In fact, you can see a goat head that had been cooking the night before.
A shapeshifter, of course. You know, Wiley.
Luxana, what do you got?
She's gonna try and make Hason get Hason alone again.
Okay.
What? Yes. Okay.
Hey, can we talk real quick?
Yeah.
Look, something happened with this thing, and I heard a voice. I heard a voice talking to me, and I think it came from this. And we got to figure out what this thing is. Okay, Hason? Like, yeah, we.
That's your necklace, if I recall.
I'm sorry, isn't that part of your like magical scope? Like, this isn't what I do, but I thought you could. I mean,
I thought I wasn't powerful enough.
Oh,
did I say? Look, it was just like
Said that to my face last night and kind of hurt.
I was sorry. I tend to speak sort of matter of factly. I didn't mean it like that necessarily. Look, hey, Sock. Look, I'm sorry that I said that. I'm really sorry.
Oh my god.
Wow.
But like maybe we could just try again. But please, because I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna come after me, which means it's gonna come after all of us, and we should.
Have you done anything to upset someone to come after you?
Me? Upset someone?
No. It's a hypothetical question.
That's a different question. This is this thing. I didn't do anything to this thing.
Where did you
except for give it to you? So this is partially your fault.
She's not wrong.
Yes.
Hey, whoa. Back.
What?
Where did you get this rock?
I got it from that one guy.
One guy?
Nicole doesn't remember, so if somebody remembers.
Wasn't he a satyr? Wasn't that Tyler's satyr character?
No, I believe yes, but I think the stone was obtained from the traveling gift shop.
Yeah,
the plain shifting shop.
Tyler's character just like gave it to me.
Yeah.
I think he had a little bit of a crush on me. I'm not really sure. But look, not a lot of people really like me, and he was my friend, and then he gave me this necklace, okay? And this is what I get for having friends.
Oh.
That's not how that works. That sounds like some stuff you need to unpack. If you want to talk about that later. But I don't really know how much I can do, but I'll help you. However I can.
Thanks. So what are we gonna do?
I think we're gonna walk now to the next place we camp, and then we're gonna walk again to the town, and then we're gonna do the town thing, and then we're gonna get back to Dakar, and then we're gonna work on your necklace.
So you're not gonna try again? Can you just try that thing you did last night? Just like one more time?
Okay, here, I'm gonna make a deal with you. I will try again once we camp tonight, just to make sure we don't run into any tricky situations and I need to like use my magic for something else. But tonight, when we camp, I will take another look. Does that work?
I'm just saying, I think this should probably be priority, but
Well, I'm just saying that our priorities might be different. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Clear boundaries. I like
it.
You know, we did agree to do this.
Okay, well, when this guy comes and kills us in the middle of the day, I'm absolutely blaming you. Talk to you later tonight. Thank Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
You hit the road, continuing down for a bit. It is miserable.
Yeah.
Every step sucks.
Every breath we
And
take.
it's almost a bit of a welcome relief when you see what looks to be kind of like a makeshift barricade across the road, because at least it means you don't have to be walking, because you have to stop to do something else. What you see are large logs have been stacked across the road, about 4 high, into what becomes like a 12-foot wall.
How far away are we from it when we see it?
You're about 60 feet.
Oh wow, it really snuck up on us. Okay.
Pretty snowy and
It's
Well,
around.
that's fair.
It's
And, yeah,
like
that-
the road turns and then here
yeah.
it is.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if I can see any I mean, it just feels like an ambush.
You don't even
Yeah.
have
See
to,
if I
because
see
you can
anybody.
see that there's somebody sitting on top of that wall.
Okay.
Are they about to
Huh.
call my dad some bad names and toss a cow over the wall? I don't know what's about to happen.
You can
So-
you can make a perception check for other stuff if you wish, but you can see that there's someone.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, to see if I see anything else just along like the tree line or anything else.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's fine. Ooh, fucking yeah, that's pretty good. Sorry. I mean, it'd be perception +2, dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you can see some movement around. You can't see anybody like in particular, but you're not alone here.
I'll make sure everybody knows. Hey, this looks like an ambush.
Does James hear that?
Yeah,
I'm-
I think so.
Yeah, I say it for everybody to hear.
Okay. I would like to stand up and ask to the barricade, "Are you trying to ambush us?"
So,
Roll initiative. No, sorry.
you see that the figure on top of the barricade looks to be holding like a cup and is sipping. Well, no, not as such. I guess it's kind of up to you.
We'd really
What
love
is that?
it, wouldn't? Thank you.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm not going to yell. It's really windy out. So if you'd like to talk, feel free to come.
I'll draw my glaive.
Wait,
Not-
we might be able to
Whoa,
talk our way out of this. We might. Be
I'm
able
just.
I mean,
just
you can
want
see
it
that
out.
they are armed.
Yeah, I just want it out.
to. Doesn't mean we can't talk our way out of it though.
Exactly.
Can I follow Denra to talk to them, please?
Yeah, and I'll kind of.
Yeah,
quietly
is
to-
everyone heading over?
yeah, we're all.
Yeah.
I think we're all
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I'll try
Yeah.
and tell James as we go. Just be. We got this. No need for
Okay.
violence, and I'm also kind of telling that to myself at the same time.
Wait.
We got this.
So
I
as-
asked Denra, are you the bad cop or am I the bad cop?
I'm not the one that talks. I just look mean.
Oh.
So yeah.
I'm the bad cop.
It's
Okay.
Sure.
good old game of bad cop, bad cop.
Bad cop, bad cop. How many of us are bad? All of us. 9 bad cops.
I can be a good cop.
There you go. Yeah.
So
I'll be
as
a
you get
neutral
close, you see that the figure on top of the wall here definitely looks like an elf. Is definitely armed. Has a very nice fancy hat. Pretty well dressed, but is definitely armored as well. And is sipping something that is steaming out of a cup, and says, "Well, it's quite a day for you to be out and about, yes?"
Yes.
Yes, and we'd like to keep going.
Absolutely. So this is a toll. The farmers and the nearby village have gotten together and requested that a toll be put up to help them make it through these harsh times. The crop has not been so good. Yada yada yada. It's a toll.
Well, can't.
I was supposed to insight that.
Hey, son, what were you gonna say?
Insight check.
Yeah, those who would like to
Yeah.
insight check and go ahead and do so.
You know what? No, Mudpack isn't going to insight check. He thinks that's totally reasonable.
Roderick, not so much.
Yeah, who's insight checking? Okay, Roderick, what do you got?
18.
Okay. Hasan?
12.
Skamos?
Also 18.
Crickstump, are you doing it as well?
Yes, it's a 10. I think he kind of just is like.
Okay. So what you all catch is that this person is definitely a smooth talker and is not intimidated, but you don't really catch a lie. Like, this might be the truth. It might be both the shakedown and the truth all at once.
Hasan wants to ask, and how much is the toll?
Well, you see, it's a sliding scale. What I do is...
What is today's toll, good sir?
It's not about today. It's about you. So what I do is I assess, the groups come through, what they look like, what it feels like they're equipped to deal with, and I see some very nice armor and very nice hats and coats and.
Have you seen my coat?
Is that not perhaps balanced out by the skins that some of us are wearing?
Well, perhaps that means you're just a bit more thrifty with what you pay for. So I think altogether,
maybe you're just a bad judge of character. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just gonna say it.
Whether or not that's the case, I'm the one who gets to make these decisions. Funny how that goes. So there being, 18 of you or whatever, I think between all of you, 100 gold, and you'll be able to pass.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's not too much if we divide it by 8 of us. Like...
Hey.
Skamos is gonna walk up to Hasan and be like, "All right, you're good at talking, so you get one chance, and then I'm just blasting our way through this wall." He did not say that loudly. He whispered that to Hasan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the elf just watches you speak. And
Let's be careful about this.
I step
as
up.
people in the trees.
I understand that times are difficult, and especially in this weather. Is there any way I can convince you to just talk you down just a little? Maybe there's something besides gold we can exchange as well. I mean, I'm sure we can cut a deal. You seem like a very reasonable gentleman. You seem like we could make a little bargain, you and I. What do you say?
Not really a gentleman, but anyway, well, here's the thing. See, if you didn't have the 100 gold between you, you would just say so instead of trying to flinch and flounce your way around like that. But here's the other thing I will say. I don't know if it'll, influence your thinking at all. But there is a good lot of folks around here. Most of them have been in a scrap or two, so they're not totally pushovers. And we happened to nick ourselves. Well, there was a delivery that was trying to make its way from Takar out to a fort, and didn't quite make it. That fell off the back of a truck. And so it's just a little.
I'm sorry. Are trucks a thing?
It's a wagon.
It's canon.
It's the back of a wagon.
Hand
It's a lorry.
trucks.
There we go.
And well, I would hate to have to employ a siege weapon on folks as nice as yourself. So,
do I not even get to make a persuasion roll, Paul?
go ahead and make your persuasion roll.
Can I port and roll it?
Or I could cast suggestion.
All right, glad I have my glaive
You
out.
can make one of those choices or the other.
I would attempt to cast suggestion.
Still got my eyes on the trees.
Here it is. Here's our weekly
Shut
spot where Hasan casts suggestion.
up. Be
And it
quiet.
may
Got that
work
page
like it's
bookmarked.
supposed
Causes
to.
all violence.
He just needs to make a save and throw.
Okay, let me take a quick look.
Wait. Suggestions charm based.
Uh-huh.
This guy's an elf.
No, it's a wisdom saving throw.
So they have advantage on this.
Yes, they
on
do.
this wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Why?
Because he's an elf. You can't
He's
charm
an elf.
elves. There you go.
They.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a 19 on the die.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
I will not let you all be the way you're being towards me about suggestion. I refuse.
Like,
Then
Hey,
just
I'm
use
gonna
Lauren-
do what I do,
Just
okay?
use it.
It's
Haysound
Use it
will
successfully.
succeed with suggestion eventually.
Monday, okay?
And
That
I
day,
eagerly
that day
await
will
that
come.
day.
That
It
day
will
will
happen.
come.
I have
And it's
Right,
going to
now
be
we're
great.
fighting.
every assurance.
But now I think he knows you tried to use suggestion on him, so we're just kind of like,
Do I
either gonna
look
hike
like
the price or just attack us.
So the elf that was fun.
Shit.
So no hard feelings. I get it. I've been out there. So 100 gold, or I just take the 100 gold off of your bodies, along with whatever other trinkets I can find and whatnot, and
Excuse me, Paul.
Yeah.
Can I kick him in the chest?
You can certainly try.
Thank you. Yes, Denver wanted to do the same.
Yeah, James, go ahead and just make an attack roll. Add your strength modifier.
Out of my strength.
So D20 plus strength modifier.
+2. Let's see, baby. 3 + 2.
Yep. There it is.
Tell me how far he flies.
Before Paul tells us, combat's gonna be a thing, I can't believe y'all didn't want to pay 12 gold a person.
That's a lot of money.
When our reward for this mission is 35 gold.
Yeah, gold is a
total,
lot. It's worth a lot.
I don't want to give up a third of that to
Sorry
get
that
gold.
I'm loaded.
It's like $1,000 at least.
Also, if you let us just do it's fine. Persuasion check, we would have been fine.
Nope.
Oh yeah, it's all my fault.
Oh my gosh.
Mama told me to give it a shot, and I did.
As this argument happens, James just gets impatient and then steps forward and tries to assault the elf, who quite neatly kind of back rolls out of the way of it. And as they pop up, it's with crossbow already in hand, and it's like, oh, it's a very cold day for a fight, isn't it?
It's just how I like it.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah.
What? Oh, how rude.
So as we
Welcome to
begin
playing
initiative now.
As we begin next week, we'll be beginning with initiative and with this combat situation. So what I'll do right now is I'll say thank you so much, players.
Thank you, DM.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. What a fun session. And I'm going to go ahead and talk to the people at home. Thank you for joining us for tonight's episode of the Adventurers Guild. We are so excited to present the story for you and so glad to have you here. If you want to find out how this fight goes and how hopefully they don't die and hopefully don't embarrass themselves, come back next week for the next episode of the Adventurers Guild.